I don't listen to what he says.
Mind control.
Argentina has been blessed with two of the greatest footballers of all time, Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi. Both are global idols, but Messi seems doomed to chase the specter of Maradona, whose heroics in delivering Argentina the 1986 World Cup makes him the people's choice. Luckily, in Dream Teams, we don't have to choose. The only question is how to fit them, along with the other supreme Argentine talents, into the one team. The answer is that you can't. Carlos Tevez, Gonzalo Higuaín, and Sergio Agüero, three top modern-day strikers, all miss out. As does Alfredo Di Stefano, who turned out only 6 times for the national team before playing for Spain. Norberto Mendes, who led La Albiceleste to 3 straight Copa America titles, and Jorge Burruchaga, who scored the winner in the 1986 World Cup final, are also among the star forwards who didn't make it. We don't want to cram them into a 3-4-3, as we have doubts that the likes of Maradona would track back. So after much debate, we've settled on a 4-3-3, the same formation used to win the country's first World Cup in 1978. But the tough calls don't end there. It's not just in attack that Argentina has had some of the greatest. It can also boast some of the finest ever goalkeepers, led by Amadeo Carrizo, a pioneer of the modern sweeper-keeper role, and Ubaldo Fiol in goal for 3 World Cups. Carrizo is said to be the first keeper to wear gloves and influenced many of those that followed all through South America. But in terms of performance on the world stage, Fiol is a proven performer. The best keeper at the '78 World Cup, Fiol was also the first gloveman to be named Argentine Footballer of the Year. So Fiol gets the nod in goal, but there are more difficult decisions to come. Find out who makes the cut for Argentina's star-studded dream team after the break. Argentina can boast quite a few strong, versatile contenders to fill the left-back position in its dream team. There's Silvio Marzolini, who starred in the 1960s, Alberto Tarantini, part of the 1978 World Cup winners, Juan Pablo Sorin, stalwart in the 90s and 2000s, and Gabriel Heinze, the best to debut in the 21st century. Sorin's passion was admired by fans. Heinze provided solidity to an often vulnerable defense. And Marzolini was named the best left-back at the 1966 World Cup. But Tarantini's career had all that, plus, of course, a World Cup win. Tarantini was in the tournament's all-star team in that World Cup winning year, scoring the only goal of his international career in a second-round win over Peru. He's on the left, with 3 standout contenders for the 2 centre-back slots. Daniel Passarella, the captain of the 1978 champions. Oscar Ruggeri, the rock in defense who went to 3 World Cups. And Roberto Ayala, who captained La Albiceleste in a record 63 matches. Passarella was one of the great ball-playing and goal-scoring defenders, forever known as El Gran Capitan, for lifting the World Cup trophy on home soil. He was the only player in the squads for both '78 and '86. Illness and clashes with Maradona meant he didn't play any matches during the latter. But Passarella's quality was enough to get the first centre-back slot here. He later took the reins of the national team with less success, but he did give Ayala the first of 115 caps. Ayala also won Olympic gold in 2004. But our second central defender has to be Ruggeri, of the '86 World Cup champions. He also captained the 1991 and '93 Copa America victories, his country's last major trophies for over 20 years, and was Argentine and South American Footballer of the Year in '91. Ruggeri is the second centre-back, leaving one spot on the right, which has to go to Javier Zanetti, who retired in 2011 as La Albiceleste's appearance record holder. He earned 143 caps over 17 years, although he was controversially left out of both the 2006 and 2010 World Cups, the latter despite having won the treble with Inter. Zanetti's place here is secure. He completes the back four. Diego Maradona's place in this team is also beyond question. The country's greatest ever player, who dragged his team to World Cup glory almost single-handedly. At one point, literally single-handedly. Maradona's Hand of God opener against England in the quarter-final was followed 4 minutes later by a second, in which he started at the halfway line and weaved through 5 opponents to score the goal of the century. He scored 2 more in the semi and assisted the winner in the final to deliver Argentina's second World Cup. His golden ball was never in doubt, holding a string of honors, including being named one of FIFA's Players of the 20th Century. Maradona is our easiest selection. Now comes the hardest, defensive midfielder. It's a choice between Diego Simeone, a 14-year star, and Javier Mascherano, the modern-day stalwart. Simeone may now be better known as the mastermind behind Atletico Madrid's astonishing rise, but he played over 100 matches for Argentina, winning 2 Copa America titles. Mascherano made his debut in 2003, and he and Javier Zanetti are well ahead of the rest in terms of international caps. He led La Albiceleste at the 2010 World Cup. And while his generation has no major international honors, Mascherano has 2 Olympic gold medals and is a treble winner with Barcelona. Mascherano gets the spot, but Simeone will be first off the bench. And there are 2 contenders for the final midfield place, but we can only choose one. Juan Sebastian Veron played 73 matches in 14 years, while Juan Román Riquelme played 51 in 11. Riquelme scored more goals and was a 4-time Argentine and 1-time South American Footballer of the Year. Veron won each award twice. We're giving it to Riquelme for his artistry, completing the midfield for this dream team. With 3 spots for the attack, the first has to go to Mario Kempes, the star of the '78 World Cup win, who scored twice in the final against the Netherlands. He was the tournament's top scorer and won the Golden Ball for Best Player. He was also named South American Footballer of the Year. Kempes is a must-have, even if he's pushed out to the left. That's because Gabriel Batistuta, one of the game's greatest ever strikers, is leading the line. He top-scored in the 1991 Copa America victory, hit a brace in the '93 final win, and dazzled at the 1998 World Cup, earning himself the Argentine Footballer of the Year. With 54 goals in 77 games, Batistuta was at one time the country's record goalscorer. There's no doubt over his place in this team. That leaves the man who broke his goal-scoring record, Lionel Messi, whose club trophy haul places him favorably next to the other modern Goliath, Cristiano Ronaldo. but who has been unable to convert his brilliance into international glory, with lost finals in the 2014 World Cup, 2015 Copa America, and 2016 Copa America Centenario. The lack of an international title means he suffers in comparison to Maradona.
Second place? No. Maradona was alone and he got it done. And right now, everyone says Messi is the best in the world. Sure, but the national team requires more passion in your blood.
Even El Diego thinks that's unfair, saying, Messi is a great player, regardless of whether he won the World Cup or not. I have never seen anyone like Messi. I thank God that he is an Argentine. Only when he briefly retired from the international game was Messi truly appreciated on home shores. But his place in Argentina's dream team is safe, with only 6 World Cup winners in the 11. As for the managers, Guillermo Stabile led La Selección for 21 years. But he doesn't have a World Cup like Cesar Luis Menotti and Carlos Bilardo. Bilardo only needed to say, give it to Diego, and he later fell out with Maradona anyway. So we've appointed Menotti, after he pulled the '78 team together to deliver under the pressure of a home tournament. He'll have Passarella's leadership on the pitch and Simeone's managerial wits on the bench, with Mendes, Higuain, and De Stefano providing extra goal scoring.
I don't listen to what he says.
Mind control.
Huh?